We about to get into probably the most controversial battle of the night. Many people are calling this the battle of the night.
It
Um,
is.
Real Dino bitch.
we're gonna get
Real
into
Dino.
real Dino bitch. We about to get into a clip of T Top's round first, and then we're gonna get into coffee. How y'all felt about T Top?
T-Top was vicious. You know,
Vicious.
he was.
One round, I don't know. I thought that motherfucker was like 10 minutes long. I left and went to cook some food and wash my face. He was still rapping, but it was good content. It wasn't like just 10 minutes of bullshit. So
He was typical to me.
Yeah, I feel like T Top was T Top, but I will say that to me T Top's always great. I'm a big T Top fan. I think T Top always. I love anglers. Um,
He knows how to tell a story.
yeah, I like jazz. I like couture as far as female battle rappers. So I like people that can angle. I feel like he angles really well. This was actually my prediction for battle of the night going into the event. I was most excited for this battle because they are two of my favorite battlers. On the male side and the female side. So I was really excited for this battle. And I feel like he didn't let up. He addressed everything that people wanted him to address. He did it well in T Top fashion that only T Top can, and he had humor with it. He had bars. Um, what was your favorite round from T Top last night, and your favorite angle?
I didn't have a preference for T-Top last night. I appreciated what he does because he did what I think is predictable. We knew that he was gonna go below the belt. We knew that he was gonna attack her for everything you could attack somebody for.
Mm-hmm.
So it was just like motherhood, you have sex, and then like other shit, I guess like rumors of. So to me, it was just like an argument that was typical from T-Top. Now, he does dress it up really good.
Mm-hmm.
He tells the story really spicy, and he has those tone inflections. He doesn't make those mistakes. He's a good writer, and he's a good performer, and his voice is excellent.
Mm-hmm.
So T-Top is a package of sorts. So, I appreciated it for what it was.
Well, you got the best voice in the game. I would say you're so soothing.
I gotta start talking like this when I do the battles.
Let me go to sleep.
Lost, nigga.
Let me go to sleep. Hey, put on Du Voice and just soothe you right on. Like,
Go to sleep, nigga.
right.
Go to sleep.
Easy be like.
if they love your voice,
Thank you. But T-Top got a scratchy voice too. I think he get money outside of battle rap for his voice.
voiceover.
He can. Absolutely. He sounds like someone's cigarette smoking aunt who eats pork rinds and makes the best cornbread.
I thought he did say one thing that was a mistake though. He said that you had Jasmine RX name is Jasmine on the paperwork. Jasmine is not RX. That's SO Finesse. So that's
Clearly he was gossiping.
Yeah, he was. He didn't understand.
He was out there sipping tea with these niggas. We see you, Titi.
And we're gonna get into a clip of Coffee's round. That's a clip from Coffee first round. She came out spazzing from the gate.
Lifted the energy in the rooms. They needed that.
Yo, it was like shockwaves was like coming from her when she came in. Like
she took the sheared mink off, and it was action.
She was looking good. She was sounding good. I think that was the best Coffee we've ever seen. From everything we see the growth, I think she was even better than she was versus Miss Miami, and she came out like she had a lot to prove.
Yes, I appreciate that energy, and that's what I would.
But my answer is more so like, here you go. I'm gonna battle you just because this is what I need to do. What I want. With Pop, it was more so okay. Like you said, I have something to prove, so I'm about to tell you.
So you feel like Coffee didn't respect Miami, and that's probably why the energy was like, whatever, bitch.
No. I feel like she could give her that mid and still clearly beat Miami.
And she said she didn't want the battle. She didn't want the battle Miami. Miami was supposed to be hard.
Oh yeah, I heard that.
Um,
I think that Coffee's energy is crazy. It's sickening. She came in there talking to that nigga.
Like I felt like that was an event battle.
Yeah, it definitely was. I understand why the other two girls was above her name though, but they gave the main event energy. They gave us definitely the main event battle energy, and she's one of the girls that I feel like talk to these niggas how you have to talk to these niggas to dominate a battle like that, especially in a sexist society like this. They come in the underdogs, just being a woman.
and she was rapping like it was bar
She
after
was.
bar after bar.
Punching
after
that nigga.
Yes, like
outperforming that nigga.
when they was, if you was watching the polls, I don't know how many of you guys watched the battle live, but the votes was just like boom, boom, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth.
It was so tight. I was proud of her. It was one point where I think the differentiation was like 4 or 5 points.
Yes.
Like that was excellent.
Yes.
And I didn't feel like that was even. I didn't. It was points where I felt like y'all giving T-Top too much.
Right. Like it was even the first round. Like people have T-Top taking the first, but I felt like her first was better. They had him leaving her in the poll, so I was like, oh,
I didn't
okay.
like it.
I didn't get that, so I was like, I see how this is going to go, and I do want to maybe take into consideration too that people have to wear a lot of the fans have a Coffee's kind of like the villain, so a lot of people don't really like Coffee like that. So they like her bars, but they may not like her personality. She blogs people. She don't have time for it. So I don't know if that may play a part with her voting.
How is Coffee the villain, and this nigga damn near got pushed off stage, didn't swing, not almost knocked down everybody that was behind him, had nothing for us after that. How is she the villain of battle rap and this nigga didn't save his friends? Not only that, he did a nigga dirty in his own state. How is she the villain, guys?
They say she the villain because she beat up Essa Finesse, and you know that is the Stones lady, and she
look at my knuckles. Ain't nothing ladylike about me.
Yo,
ooh, that fight was crazy.
I've been watching this battle. Don't ask me how. Yeah, this was. I think this may have been one of the best intergender matches of
Absolutely.
all time.
I have it as a classic.
Yeah, this is definitely a classic. It has crazy replay value. I think it definitely it kind of in a sense, you know how the Vixen and DNA battle, how that catapulted Vixen. I feel like this is a battle that definitely catapulted Coffee. I feel like a lot of people.
We got a third.
Absolutely. Her stock absolutely goes up. T-Top stock doesn't go down, but he is getting predictable. And I feel like his cadence is even a thing that's getting dry for me.
I don't know, cause I feel like T-Top is T-Top. I feel like this was a good T-Top though. Like I've seen T-Top. I've seen T-Top and Bill Collector, which is a great battle. I think people have Bill Collector winning, but I think it's a great battle. And I feel like he was just as good. You know, I don't feel like it was probably the best T-Top or the worst T-Top, but I feel like it was a good T-Top.
A good T-Top is a dangerous T-Top. Right. I just feel like he's at a plateau. Even though that plateau is up here,
right? Okay,
I still feel like he's at a plateau for him.
Mm-hmm.
Now I want to see JC and Coffee now, just because both of them, from what I saw last night, they had great rounds.
She's gonna bark on him. I don't even know if it's fair.
I still want to see that award. I mean,
I don't mind it.
This round, but I wanted to kind of hear what she had.
You know, when the girls do really good against the guys, it just makes me want to see them against like elite girls. Like I want to. Right. They said she had, her and Hustle are, I'm assuming they said next month, or possibly battling next month. That battle is after what we saw last night. That's a battle that I want to see. Like I feel like it rose her stock to where Hustle isn't a far-fetched battle. They both possibly had performance. They were in the top 3 of the ladies last night, and
I know people were asking her,
and people compare them all the time. people compare Hustle and Coffee all the time, you know, from the blocking online to being on URL to, you know, punching the persona. So I'm really excited to see that battle. I actually had this battle. I had Coffee winning 2-1, maybe 3-0 Gentlemen's. I felt like she did that well. And the polls, I didn't agree with the polls for this battle. I think this was probably the biggest misjustice that we've seen um, in the caffeine polls since Lady Luck and Miss Hustle.
I liked her. I liked her first and her third.
And they had her winning the second. That's the only round that they had her winning on caffeine was her second.
I have Coffee actually like winning every round. To be honest, I do. A T-top was a great T-top, but this was not only a style clash, but it was just hard to be up against that package. He's a package in himself, but her package is new, refreshing, gangsta, and definitely more believable.
And it just seemed like she wasn't good. Like I don't know if she had so much material in her, but her first round, it seemed like she just wasn't going to stop until they said time.
She
like,
wasn't. She was on
boom,
that nigga
boom,
neck.
boom. And
Some of them rounds, you know, she said she had 7 rounds.
It looked like she really wanted to hit him. I love that.
and she kind of shifted things. I think in that night for the ladies, I feel like they gave the caffeine post gave it the T-top that put the girls at 3-0 for the night, which cost them, you know, the night. But I feel like this is the one that they got wrong, and Coffee actually should have gotten the first point for the ladies.
Agreed.
How did you call the battle, Dakar? I know Deuce said she had Coffee 3-0.
I had a 2-1. I gotta go back and see. It might be a 3-0 after I rewatch it.
Yeah, it's definitely arguable.
Yeah.
But I had her winning nonetheless.
Which round do you think that T-top edged her on? With the first.
Her third.
You think so?
I will say this though, about Coffee. What I didn't like in the third is that when he did come with the kid angle and stuff like that, she was talking through his rounds a little bit.
Yeah.
I felt like your performance was so strong that what he said shouldn't have bothered you. So when you start to talk to somebody rounds, it seems to come off like you're bothered. Or
you're
like,
affected. You're
right,
bothered.
you're
Absolutely.
affected. And
Absolutely.
I understand, you know, being a parent and somebody saying something about you losing your kid, especially if it's not true, you don't want that in the atmosphere. But to me, that's something you clear up in interviews, or you do afterwards. So I just feel like she, you know, should have just, if she would have just showed that she wasn't affected in the third or that she didn't have anything to say, I think that it would have even looked better for her. So the fact that she just kind of was going back and forth in the third, I think that kind of may have had some people voting for T-top because it made it seem like the angle could have been true, like she was getting a little bit bothered.
Yeah, bothered her.
He did say she rep Nutty Block. She let it be known she doesn't rep Nutty Block. Never has.
He did question her.
He said that didn't though.
He questioned her credibility.
T-top was talking in Coffee's rounds and even laughing out loud. I don't know if he was.
I think he was reacting to physical contact at times.
Right, but I don't think that he was like disrespectful talking through her round, like talking while she's rapping or trying to, you know, combat what she was saying in that moment. You know, if anything,
because she like grabbed at his chain and he said, "Ha ha ha,"
right,
you know,
stuff like that.
That was fine.
Yeah, but nonetheless, I think that was definitely a classic showing from Coffee. I think this battle is one for the record books.
His angles were like, I feel like they were typical. I felt like she should have been expecting them, and I like the way she wrote. She wrote like she didn't give a fuck what he could have been possibly saying. She was gonna drag him for being a mess, and I liked it. Came out walking around smack like she don't got nothing on her, do she? Like he had smack.
It might rip through a torso or two.
Listen,
had smack shook up a little bit, and she looked good.
She looked very good. I like the outfit.
Pretty young and trapping.
That one should be sold out.
Yeah, it's gonna sell out now.
That should be sold out.
So So yeah, that's definitely one I can't wait for it to drop. I'm interested to see how the app votes are going to be on that battle. Because surprisingly, I feel like she's going to take it on the app.
Yeah, they don't play that shit on the app.
Make sure y'all drop some props. Again,
Please drop these
drop
props.
some
Okay,
props.
we got to.
We do have OTFMZ merch, Battle Rap Media. As you can see, Do has on her pink OTFMZ shirts.
I
So
love
we do
it.
have colors. If you need one, they're $25. You can DM us on Instagram. You see the Cash App scrolling down the bottom, OTFMZ Media. And you can just send us your custom quote that you want on the bag, whether it be your favorite bar, your name, your favorite battle rapper. And if you want a color, we can just let you know. Just let us know what color you want. We can try to get those out for you. Make sure you're following us on Instagram, OTFMZ. We just reached 1,000 followers on IG. So yeah, we had Miss Hustle on the live with us last night.
Shout out to Hustle.
Calico stopped by. We
That
had
was fire.
La G from Florida.
Hey, Lucky.
Panic came by. Tez Love from Prism, he came on.
That was good.
And they just recapped some of the battles with me last night. So I think that's everybody. I hope I didn't forget nobody.